What if the very thing you've been told about pain, that it's inevitable, unfixable, and something you simply must endure, was wrong? What if pain, one of humanity's oldest and most universal struggles, could actually be understood, managed, and in many cases prevented? Dr. Sanjay Gupta, a neurosurgeon and journalist, argues exactly that in his book, It Doesn't Have to Hurt: Your Smart Guide to a Pain-Free Life. Today, we're diving deep into the science, the stories, and the strategies from this book so that you can take charge of pain before it takes charge of you. Gupta opens with a powerful case study. Bess Talbot, a woman trapped in a cycle of unrelenting migraines for decades. Medications dulled her, but never cured her. Desperate, she sought care from Dr. Joel Sapper, who reframed her treatment by treating her, the patient, as the most important member of the team. This approach, looking at history, emotions, and the whole body, was life-changing. This introduction sets the tone. Pain isn't just about nerves firing. It's about stories, identities, and histories. Gupta argues that we're at the dawn of a revolution in pain management, and his mission is to bring science and hope together. Part 1. The New Science of Pain. Chapter 1. Pain Comes Home. Dr. Sanjay Gupta begins with one of the most personal and emotional stories of his career, his own mother's fall. At 82 years old, she was still full of energy and life. But one simple accident, a backward tumble while rolling her suitcase, changed everything. She fractured a vertebra in her lower back, something called an L1 compression fracture. The pain was unbearable. This was not the type of woman who complained, ever. In fact, she had raised her children with toughness and resilience, having survived refugee camps as a child and broken barriers as an engineer at Ford. But now she admitted to her son, "I cannot live like this." The situation highlights something most families encounter. Pain is not only physical, it is deeply emotional. It robs you of hope and even the will to keep going. Gupta and her doctors chose a minimally invasive procedure called kyphoplasty, where a balloon is inserted into the collapsed vertebra to restore height before filling it with cement. Almost instantly, her pain score plummeted. She could move, she could smile again, and she could imagine the future. Gupta explains the broader lesson here. Pain is not just about broken bones or injured tissue. Pain is created in the brain. When something hurts, the brain is interpreting signals, deciding how much to amplify them, and weaving in context your past experiences, your mood, even your fears. That means pain is never just physical. It's a complex puzzle involving biology, psychology, and environment. Key takeaway: pain's power lies in how the brain interprets it. But this also means the brain offers an opportunity for healing and hope. Chapter 2. Tell me about your pain. Pain is personal, subjective, and often invisible. This makes it one of the most misunderstood experiences in medicine. Gupta highlights a simple truth. Patients just want someone to listen. Too often, doctors rush to assign a number on a 0 to 10 scale or hand out medication without hearing the full story. But pain stories are layered, with physical, emotional, and social elements. Here, Gupta introduces a framework called WILDA. Words, how do you describe it? Sharp, dull, throbbing, stabbing? Intensity, how bad is it? Does it stop you from sleeping, eating, or focusing? Location, where exactly do you feel it? Sometimes the place you feel pain is not its true source, as in referred pain. Duration, how long has it been going on? Is it constant or intermittent? Aggravating and alleviating factors. What makes it worse, and what makes it better? This approach transforms a vague, frustrating conversation into a structured dialogue. It allows patients and doctors to act as detectives together, looking for clues in the story of pain. Gupta also explores the biases that plague pain treatment. Studies show that Black patients are less likely to receive pain medications than white patients, and women often have their pain dismissed as emotional exaggeration. Even procedures like IUD insertions, which are known to be intensely painful, are rarely offered adequate pain relief. The message is clear. The way we talk about pain and whether doctors truly listen shapes the quality of care. Key takeaway: the story of pain is as important as the science. When patients describe fully and providers listen openly, treatment improves dramatically. Chapter 3: Mastermind, the brain as pain maker. One of the most fascinating revelations Gupta shares is that pain doesn't start in the body, it starts in the brain. When you twist an ankle or break a wrist, the nerves send danger signals, but it's the brain that interprets them as pain. Sometimes the brain misfires. That's why someone can feel excruciating phantom limb pain in an amputated leg or a brain freeze headache from cold on the roof of the mouth. The sensation is real, even when the body part isn't. This chapter reveals a paradox. The brain is both the architect of suffering and the key to relief. The brain decides when to dial pain up or down. Mood, expectation, genetics, and environment all play roles. A stressful phone call with your boss or a poor night of sleep can make pain worse. Meanwhile, distraction, laughter, or hope can blunt the brain's pain response. This is why athletes can finish marathons with broken bones, only realizing the injury later. Key takeaway: because the brain creates pain, it also holds the potential to retrain, rewire, and reduce it. Understanding this is central to modern pain science. Chapter 4: Hot-wired. What trips the switch for chronic pain? Why does pain sometimes refuse to leave, long after the original injury has healed? Gupta describes this as the brain's wiring stuck in the on position. Acute pain serves a purpose. It warns us, teaches us, and then fades. But chronic pain is a different beast. It's like a car alarm that keeps blaring even after the danger is gone. Genetics play a role, but they're only part of the picture. Think of a large rock balanced on the edge of a hill. Genetics may put that rock precariously close to rolling down, but life stressors, injury, trauma, stress, poor sleep, diet, can give it the final push. Once chronic pain begins, it reshapes the brain's pathways, making them hypersensitive. This means even small triggers can unleash big suffering. Key takeaway: chronic pain is not imaginary. It is a system malfunction, often triggered by events, but maintained by the brain's rewiring. That wiring, however, can be altered with the right strategies. Chapter 5: My Pain, Myself, a Hostile Takeover. Pain doesn't just live in the body, it infiltrates identity. Gupta explains how people often begin to see themselves not as someone with pain, but as the pain itself. It dictates schedules, relationships, careers, and moods. This is why so many chronic sufferers battle not just physical agony, but also depression, anxiety, and social isolation. Pain hijacks the self. But Gupta insists that identity can be reclaimed. By separating the self from the pain, individuals can start to rebuild. Techniques like cognitive therapy, mindfulness, and even storytelling help patients rediscover who they are beyond their symptoms. Key takeaway: pain wants to take over your life, but you can resist by actively redefining yourself apart from it. Chapter 6: From Hope to Healing. An Argument for Optimism. This chapter is perhaps the most inspiring. Gupta makes the case that optimism is not fluffy positivity. It is science-backed medicine. Patients who believe in the possibility of improvement tend to heal better and faster. Hope doesn't erase pain, but it reframes it, giving people energy and resilience to keep trying strategies until something works. Doctors play a crucial role here. A dismissive doctor can worsen suffering, while a compassionate one can literally reduce pain by offering empathy and belief. Optimism, Gupta says, should be prescribed as carefully as medication. The combination of science, resilience, and hope is powerful. Key takeaway: pain is never destiny. With the right mindset and medical strategies, the path forward is full of possibility. Part 2: Taking Charge for a Pain-Smart Life. Chapter 7: Reset. The first step toward living a pain-smart life is to hit the reset button. Gupta urges us to reconsider everything we think we know about pain. For years, most of us have been conditioned to believe pain is either a natural curse we must endure or a problem solved only with a pill or a procedure. But what if neither is entirely true? Resetting means reframing pain as something we can actively influence. Instead of waiting for pain to control us, we start asking, what can I do today to reduce the risk of pain tomorrow? This shift in mindset is the foundation for all that follows. Key takeaway: a reset means moving from passive suffering to active ownership of your health. Chapter 8. Pain Relief. What's in your toolbox? There's no magic bullet for pain. Instead, Gupta introduces the idea of a toolbox, a diverse collection of strategies that, when combined, are far more effective than any single option. Medications are one tool, but they're not the only one and should rarely be the first. Physical therapy, massage, acupuncture, yoga, and even ancient healing practices all deserve a place in the box. The real power lies in customization. What works for one person may not work for another, so patients must learn to experiment and combine tools that fit their unique needs. Key takeaway: build your own pain relief toolbox, mixing conventional medicine with lifestyle and alternative practices. Chapter 9. Brain Surgeon, Pain Surgeon. As a neurosurgeon, Gupta has seen both the triumphs and failures of surgical approaches to pain. Some surgeries restore mobility and reduce suffering dramatically. Others, unfortunately, leave patients worse off. His advice is clear: surgery should never be the first solution. It is a powerful tool, but one that must be chosen with caution and only when less invasive methods have failed. Pain, he reminds us, is rarely solved with a scalpel alone. Key takeaway: surgery can help, but it must be the last resort, not the first. Chapter 10. A powerful pairing against pain, mind and body. Modern science confirms what ancient wisdom has long taught. The mind and body are inseparable. Gupta highlights how mindfulness, meditation, and breath work can calm the nervous system, lower stress hormones, and reduce pain sensitivity. Pair this with physical activity, stretching, movement, even light exercise, and the effect multiplies. The two systems feed each other. A calmer mind reduces physical pain, and a healthier body soothes the mind. Key takeaway: treat your mind and body as partners in healing. Chapter 11. Mind Your Brain. Here, Gupta dives into the cutting-edge science of neuroplasticity. The brain is not fixed. It can rewire itself. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, positive self-talk, visualization, and even the placebo effect demonstrate the brain's power to reshape pain responses. If the brain can learn pain, it can also learn to dial it back. Patients who practice reframing techniques, viewing pain as a signal rather than a sentence, often experience dramatic improvements. Key takeaway: train your brain to change the way it processes pain, and you change your life. Chapter 12. Befriend Your Body. Many people instinctively avoid movement when in pain, fearing it will make things worse. Gupta flips this on its head. Stillness often worsens pain, while gentle movement promotes healing. Tools like foam rollers, stretching routines, and massage keep fascia, the connective tissue around muscles, loose and flexible. This prevents stiffness that can amplify discomfort. Befriending your body means treating it with compassion, not punishment. Key takeaway: movement is medicine. Avoiding it often deepens suffering. Chapter 13. Move More. Gupta emphasizes that exercise is one of the most powerful long-term painkillers. Walking, yoga, swimming, and strength training release endorphins, strengthen muscles, and teach the brain to trust the body again. Consistency is more important than intensity. Even small, daily movements can retrain the nervous system, reduce sensitivity, and restore confidence. Key takeaway: the more you move, safely and regularly, the less power pain has over you. Chapter 14. Sleep Well. Sleep is often overlooked in pain management, but Gupta insists it is central. Poor sleep magnifies pain, while deep, restorative rest helps the body repair tissues and regulate pain signals. Establishing good sleep hygiene, consistent bedtime, dark rooms, limiting screens, can dramatically reduce chronic pain. Sleep is not just rest. It's medicine for the brain and body alike. Key takeaway: protect your sleep as fiercely as you protect your health. It is the ultimate pain shield. Chapter 15. Eat well. Food is another form of medicine. Gupta explains how an anti-inflammatory diet, rich in vegetables, fruits, nuts, fish, and whole grains, can reduce pain triggers. In contrast, processed foods, excess sugar, and unhealthy fats fuel inflammation and worsen sensitivity. Even hydration plays a role. A balanced diet doesn't just reduce pain, it boosts energy, mood, and resilience. Key takeaway: every meal is a choice between fueling pain or fighting it. Chapter 16. Cultivate connection. Isolation is one of pain's cruelest companions. Gupta highlights research showing that loneliness magnifies suffering, while human connection alleviates it. Friends, family, support groups, even sharing stories with strangers provide not just comfort, but real, measurable reductions in pain perception. Community, he argues, is medicine. Key takeaway: connection heals. Relationships are as vital as treatments. Chapter 17. Savor moments and memories. The final chapter in Part 2 is about joy, an often overlooked antidote to pain. Gupta encourages patients to actively savor positive memories, moments of laughter, gratitude practices, or small daily pleasures. These experiences retrain the brain to prioritize pleasure over pain, strengthening neural circuits that promote resilience. Joy is not a luxury, it is therapy. Key takeaway: happiness itself can be a form of healing. Savoring life is a strategy for pain relief. Pain is universal, but suffering doesn't have to be. Dr. Gupta shows that through science, mindset, and daily practices, we can change our relationship with pain. The most powerful message? You are the expert on your own body, and you can take charge. If this summary gave you new ways to think about pain, imagine what implementing even one of these tools could do. Start today, move, sleep, eat, connect, and remember, it doesn't have to hurt. If you found this summary insightful, subscribe for more deep dives into life-changing books. And share this with someone who may need hope beyond pain.